Check out controllermods.co.uk to create your own awesome controller, or pick from hundreds of designs including my official controller. Don't forget to use MGH at checkout for 5% off. Hey, what's up guys, MGH here and welcome to a brand new video. A very different video today. It's an idea that I've been thinking about and working on for weeks. In fact, this idea that I'm going to be talking about today is something that I wanted to be put into career mode years ago, and I'm really hoping that it'll be in FIFA 17. It's a long shot, you never know. I would absolutely love to see this in career mode. I think it'll be a massive improvement and it will change the way you play your game and change the way you build your teams. So I'm going to try my best to explain the idea. I've got mock-ups that I've made in Photoshop, so obviously it's not going to be exactly how it would look like, but something similar, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So what you're looking at now is basically what career mode looks like. This is your main hub. You've got a navigation bar at the top. You've got central, squad, transfers, office, and season. Nothing wrong with that. You've then got your advanced kind of timetable / mini calendar, where you can get to the next game and advance through the days. You've then got some news on the right. You've then got training mode in the bottom left, which is what we'll be talking about today. It's an addition to training mode, if that makes sense. We then got some more news, and then you've got the table. Normally you'll see the Premier League table or whatever league you're playing in, but right now you can see I've just started a career mode with Arsenal. You can see it's the next game in the Community Shield up against Chelsea. Now this is what I think it should look like. Kabam! This is just the general idea. I want training to be part of the navigation bar at the top corner. It's going to be a big part of the FIFA series for years to come, I'm sure. And, you know, introducing training this year has been incredible. I've absolutely loved having it. I want it to be more prevalent. I want it to be there. And so, therefore, in the bottom left corner, I'm hoping they could do something like your next game. It can tell you their recent form, which players are playing well, which players aren't, maybe their formation, just a bit more information about the next game. And I think where you see it there, it looks quite nice, right? I must say so myself. I quite like that. My Photoshop skills aren't too bad, but there you go. So that would be what it would look like instead. Now, the reason I think that that's better placed there is because it's underneath the timetable. So not only will you see the next few days when you can train your players, when you can, you know, advance to the next game, you're going to see what that next game is below. Now, of course, when you go to training mode in FIFA right now, this is what you see. It's just the normal training mode. You add your players in, and then you can play the training or simulate the training. Now, this is what I think they should change. I want to see training sessions and position training. This is the big idea, guys. I want to be able to train my players' positions. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, well, what's the point? You know, if you get a right back, you can put him at striker. You can put him in goal if you want to. It's not really going to affect his stats. Sometimes I've actually played a right back at striker. If you think back to my stream with Ceccarelli, that might ring a bell for some of you. I played him at striker because his stats were incredible going forward, just as well as going back. But it felt weird. It didn't feel right because I hadn't trained him into that position properly. It wasn't official, if that makes sense. So my idea would be to actually talk to a player and say, look, I see you playing at right mid, or I see you playing at centre defensive mid, not your current position. So that's what I would like to see changed. So this is how I think it could look. So you go into your squad page, you can see all of your players. I want to be able to click on that player like I have done on screen there and train his position. You can see in the bottom left corner, you click on the player, press X to select training method. And now if you look on the right, we've got positions available. Now Bellerin, fantastic right back. He used to be a winger when he was younger. He's admitted it himself and he always thought he would be more of a forward player. But now in his career, with Arsenal over the last few seasons, he's played at right back and he's done so well there. But what if I wanted to actually make him a right mid? Well, you can train him and in, let's say, 4 weeks, he would become a right midfielder. Or you can see there a choice to change him to right wing. That will take 4 weeks as well. Or maybe you want your right back to be a centre back. It's been done before. I know Bellerin probably isn't the best example of that. He's not quite tall enough maybe, but hey, it's career mode. You should be able to do what you want, right? If you want to train into centre back, it's going to take 6 weeks. I like this. I really like this. I would love to have the choice. So this is what it would look like before you start your training. So this is Bellerin's stats. You can see he's 20, 5'10", all of that stuff. You can see though, most importantly, his position is right back. Now, after 4 weeks of training, he could look like that. He is now a right midfielder and he can play right mid / right back. That's the key thing. They don't lose their position it just adds the new position. So they become their new position and they can still play their old position as well. So you would see with Bellerin, after 4 weeks, he's now a right midfielder because that's what you trained him to be. But if you want to, you can still put him at right back because he's still going to be good at that role. So of course, guys, this could apply to many different positions. So I've got a few examples coming up. For example, Thiago Silva. He is a centre-back in FIFA. What if you wanted him to be a CDM? Why not? 4 weeks would turn him into a CDM. Or maybe you want him to play right back or left back. That will be 4 weeks as well. Douglas Costa. For me, I was so frustrated with Douglas Costa this year because he's mainly been playing out on the left in real life. But in FIFA, he's been a right mid for so long. I wanted to train his position. So say you wanted to make him a left midfielder, you would see in the positions available, it would take 4 weeks. It would take 3 weeks to make him a right winger. If you want to make him a left winger, 5 weeks, a cam, 5 weeks, or a centre forward. Maybe you want to make him into a striker, 6 weeks. Oh man, I would just absolutely love it if they included this in next year's game. Now, Dybala, this time we've got a striker. What positions could we change him to? Centre forward, left wing, right wing, or even a cam. Changing a striker to centre forward, just 2 weeks maybe? Let me know how long you think it should take in a career mode situation. Moving a player from right back to left back, for example. How long would that take? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. But guys, that is the idea. It's very simple. I just want to be able to train players to play in new positions. In real football, you get managers playing players out of positions all the time, especially when there's injuries, suspensions, and that happens in career mode. Sometimes you need to move players around into positions they're not maybe very familiar with. Just having the choice would be absolutely amazing. So in the unlikely event, if there's an EA employee watching this, maybe Rob Hodgson or just someone out there that is watching this video, please, maybe you could forward it to the developers that work on career mode. I would absolutely love this feature to feature in FIFA 17, but I know these things take time, but something like this I think really would make training even better than it already is, and it's really good. It already is very good, so I would absolutely love to see this improvement made, and let me know in the comments below if you like the idea or not. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like rating. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you in the next video soon.